Welcome. Today we're going to talk about top 3 ASX stocks watch list for May 2022. And I'm recording this video. It's the 1st of May 2022. I hope you're having a great weekend. And then also we're going to talk about very important the video which I shared earlier for the April month, which is which has got a great views as well, and people really enjoyed it. I'm going to talk about the quickly go over the all the stocks we discussed in the April month and where we are at that, because as you know, we want to not only just move forward and keep finding new ideas, we want to make sure whatever we identified on whatever basis it is, that watch list, we have to keep track of it. So I want to review those stocks quickly, and if you want to watch this video before watching this video, that's also fine. If you want to watch the video which I'm going to be this video first and then go and watch, I'll leave it up to you. But this is going to be very interesting video if you want to know the top 3 stocks which I'm going to talk about, which is definitely is going to be worthwhile of your time, and I hope you get most value out of this. Let's get cracking. First of all, I want to, before I move forward, I want you to please, if you're new to my channel, hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell. I keep coming out with a lot of videos associated with investing psychology, companies, analysis, fundamental, technicals, and a lot more. And I'm also planning to start a new series on investing productivity as well. And now, why investing productivity? Because it's very, very important that we also save our time in day-to-day work so that we can spend more time analyzing the companies, analyzing the charts, so that you can be able to invest peacefully. And that's the whole purpose of it, so that you get more bucks of your time and not only your money. So let's get started. Let me share my screen. So let's go to the stocks which before we go into the stocks, let's look at the XJO Index, what we covered last week and where we are today. As you can see here, let me just, yeah, should be fine. Yeah, so as you can see, this is the candle which we have for this week. If I do it, so this is the candle for the April month. Now, by looking at this candle, as you can see, it's a very small candle as compared to others, and also it is kind of having a small body. So obviously telling you the market is still waiting for some direction. Market participants are waiting for some directions, and it's very important that you understand the investing psychology through the candles, because candles, which is, if you're new to candles, I got a lot of videos associated with TradingView. This is a platform. I share the link below. You can subscribe to or sign up for this trading platform. This is one of the best, I think the best tool you could get in terms of understanding the companies through charts and also fundamentals as well. And I'll be bringing a lot of videos around this particular tool. I think this one tool is what you need essentially for analyzing the prices and the price action, and you can then read about the company fundamentals through the announcements coming in ASX. So let me just enlarge a bit so that it's clear. We focus here. Yeah, so what's happening here is, as you can see very clearly, there was a uptrend, and then last couple of months, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 months, last 8 months, ASX has given, if you have invested in XJO, you pretty much have not got any return whatsoever, right? And that's what one has to understand, what is the reason. And if you don't review this regularly, then you have to review this. And why we do that, I keep telling that in my previous videos, that you need to understand where is the trend. Right now trend is sideways, and we haven't moved much of an inch over last 8 months. But having said that, it's important that we also understand and respect whatever stocks we are taking position also has, and some stocks probably break away from this particular headline index XJO, and this is, by the way, a monthly candle, right? I'm reviewing it, so please do. When we are analyzing and looking at stocks or the index for monthly candle, we're looking for really long-term investing and over 5 to 6 months, maybe more, right? So when you look at it, we get very clear clarity here that hey, this after the March pandemic, this it has really gone up and a significant movement, and now it's taking rest and pause. And again, because of various geopolitical tension, inflation, obviously market needs to take a decision whether it's going to go up or down. But again, we are still tracking the same long-term oblique line, which you can see here, which was in the month of November 2007, and this is where it becoming a bit of a resistance. And also, it is also, as you can see, the overall index is moving in a kind of a channel, and that channel you can clearly see here, which is this channel, which is moving in. So obviously, that you have to also respect that it is just moving in this zone. And once it break away, then we are not only breaking the big resistance here, but then we're going to look at the new highs. And when that happens, I will come up with a new video. So that's the index analysis for you. Let's quickly now go through the stocks we talked about in my previous video, which is the 6 stocks of ASX 2 weeks ago. All right. So let's quickly go through that. So PLS, I think I'm looking at monthly. Let's look at the weekly chart to get a more clear picture. Look at this. This is a support line I'm tracking at the moment, and kind of because I told you my position. I have a position, and clear disclaimer. Please don't treat this video for making decisions, just for analyzing, understanding how I'm observing the stock market and how I'm taking my positions. And you can do your own research, talk to your financial advisors, but please treat this as an educational video and get benefit out of it. If you're coming here for entertainment, I think this video will not be much of worthwhile. You can obviously drop out and spend your time, but it is very important that we take right decisions, understand, learn. Then the sky is the limit in stock market. It's just about how you approach it, right? A lot of retail investors, I have made various videos what mistakes they're doing, but it's important that you learn. And everything, once you learn, you will get a clarity and you start removing all the noises. Again, coming back to our video, quickly go through this stocks which we discussed, and I'm not going to spend too much time. I just want to make sure we are clear in what we are doing. So PLS is where I see that there was a kind of a double top pattern formed, and now this was a swing low which I'm tracking. If it breaks, then I'm out of this stock completely. Though obviously I've given up some gains, but I'm just kind of waiting for this to break, because there's you can't catch top, neither you catch bottom. But at the same time, I know that at the moment, if you look at it, index, it's moving sideways, but minerals and others are doing really well. So I just want to give some time, given that I'm sitting on a great profit at the moment for the stock. Moving on to the other stock, GNS, Grain Corp. Look, this stock has really shot up, and that is again the last 2 weeks. It has. This was a week when I made it from $9, $10.34. So it has given a great gain for last 2 weeks, and volumes are also supporting that. And I will look for every opportunity to add into my position. And I believe in averaging up, pyramiding, not averaging down. And that's the biggest, another mistake tip I want to give you. If you are a retail investor and holding on to positions which is going down, then and averaging down, I think that's a big no-no, and you should completely avoid it. And you always have to look at things which are moving up, and that's where you will get a more edge against other investors, and you will become into 5% of trader investor who are making money in the stock market. So with this one, I think fantastic, because we have got a good gain there, sitting almost 10%. Before I move, I just wanted to also talk about something quickly next year, because that will also give you clarity. Is if I hide, and just remember, I wanted to share this as well, which is, so you see there are different candlestick type, and don't worry if you don't know about it. There's one type called Hikinashi, and Hikinashi is something which you look at it from perspective of when you want to avoid the noise from the market. Again, don't have to worry if you don't know, but I just want to tell you Hikinashi calculation we'll cover into a separate video. But it's basically having a, the candles are found based on the previous month candle. And if you see, and in very simple terms, okay, if you see there is no wick in this candle, please, we can create a new video specifically on Hikanashi. But right now, very simple learning is that if you don't see any wick down below, that means it is a bullish momentum. Okay, I'll show you here so that you're clear. As you can, none of the candle have a wick down below. That means this is a bullish trend. As soon as you start seeing the wick in the bottom of the candles, that means it's red, and you see here it is downtrend, right? If you see, so that's a simple. When you don't see a wick on the top of this, that means it's a downtrend, and when you don't see wick bottom of the trend, it's green candle, it's uptrend. And last month you don't see a wick down below. So for me, it is sideways. Obviously, previous months were indecisions. You can see here clearly, it tells you that clarity that is going sideways. But what important here is that there was no wick formed, right? So that is also telling me that this market is ready to go up, if at least it's trying to come out of the sideways movement. So I'm not going to be bearish at the moment. I'm just going to observe it. But that's Hikanashi way of looking at it. Again, this is, if you don't know about it, that's okay. You don't need to know everything. It's just a simplistic way. In this channel, I'll keep bringing you more informations like that. So this candle doesn't tell you because it looks at your own each month candle. So that's one. So coming back to PLS, we discussed that where we are. GNS has given a great run already for this month, and is looking at really bullish candle for the month. So I will be looking at to add more, and it's just zoomed up, right, from $5 to 10. It's almost doubled. And if you look at it from the volume bars here, the volume bars also should support that. Yeah, so volumes, I'm missing volumes, but it's moving up. So, but again, their business having a bit of a tailwind as well, because they are into agriculture produce and grains. And so obviously that is, at the moment, all the prices are in upward direction. So they have already, I think, given, let me, yeah, 1 minute. Yeah, so there has been some announcement which they said that they're looking at great margin. The margins, recently they made an announcement on the stock market saying that they are actually, let me quickly look at it, where improved outlook. Yeah, so you look at their, so when they come out in the margin, so you have to look at it, improve. Okay, 1 minute. So improve outlook, significant ongoing global demand, and planting conditions is winter crop is there. So okay, again, so there is some disruption they're also seeing. But again, the from their side, they're looking at it, this is good outlook. And also they've said that they will not only meet the suggested outlook from the financial terms, but they will try to beat it as well. But again, that's, and you can see also from here, and this is some of the financials of it. So 5-day trading volume is increasing, which is fantastic. And you see there's a income revenue, which is the increasing side of it. So from 2018 September 4.25 billion, now they're 5.49 billion. So their profitability or the net profit is low, but I think given that they will have a good margin going forward, hopefully that will improve. But again, that's also reflecting in stock market, and news will come later. but the price action happens before, so you have to keep that in mind. But fundamental wise, I don't see a bit of a challenge here, so we can definitely, rest assured, it is good view. So let's move to the next one, NAP. Again, I said last week when I made it, it was this candle. So again, it is still staying away, and this trend line is what I'm tracking it. So anything around $30, and this trend line is something which it's in the safe zone, and we'll look forward up, moving up. TLS again, this I had a position earlier, but I just kind of waiting for this sideways consolidation to go away properly, and then probably enter again, because I want to make sure I'm getting maximum buck of my money. So given that it has formed a W pattern on a long term, but I'm looking at it convincingly with the volumes break over $4, and then we're looking at the first targets $5.32, and then we're looking at the big dollars of six, up to $6 as well. So that's the view there. It is still holding on to $4, and that's good. LYC, again, as I said, look at this. Now this is a trend line I drew before and talked about it. Ever since, this is a trend line it touched and went back down. Now people say that charts don't work. If you blend that with fundamentals and blend that with technique and your technical, it can be such a amazing combination that you can't believe it. Now I've been tracking this for some time now, and you can check that out in my previous video. It exactly touched that and come back, and now so precisely picture perfect here. Now for me, I don't take decision based on these trend lines. I just also look at fundamentals, and now I since I'm holding it from the lower levels, I can just give some time. If I want to take away some profit, I can take away profit at this zone and hold my 50% position. Given that I know that NDPR, and I made another video specifically on that, is definitely giving boost, and you can go through this rare earth video, which will give you the perspective and conviction I'm building up. So this will tell you why LYC, and it's 1 year old video. You'll get a clarity why I'm saying so, right? You have to you can't borrow the conviction. You have to build your own conviction by reading, analyzing, and then mapping that on the charts. And that chart is basically summation of all the participants, what they are thinking about it. But I will still hold on to it, and then after this, let's see if it breaks away this trend line, then I will add more positions later. S32, again, this was going back to weekly. It is again touching this 21 EMA. Nothing I see wrong, because it went all the way up, and stock market goes into waves, and this was a big wave, and it just snapped back, and now it's taking position around 21 EMA. So once this is probably time for some more addition as it moves in a plan to move up or take a next position upward. So I think it touched before, and second time it's touching, and I think it almost going closer. It's only this time where the trend has changed, so thereafter it is moving up. So I see not a problem at all there. Let's go back. Zim, again, this is coming out of this box thing, and now it went up. Now it's come and test this before. Again, I said, because it had a big kind of a moved away from the moving average, and it acts like a magnet, so it's coming back, and see, and it's I think there's a missing volumes here. I want to see more of volume before I can move up, so I don't have any position, but I'm tracking it. And GRL, again, I don't have position. Again, it's the same story. So these are the stocks for previous month, which we did in watch list. So do your analysis. Let's start with now moving to what are the new stocks we want to look at it at watch list is ELD, elders. Now this stock is the stock which I kind of been tracking earlier as well, and I can see here this was the previous analysis, and Jan, as you can see here, Jan 28, 2020 is when I posted this analysis when it was making higher highs and ready for next leg up or down. I was not sure. And let's look at what happened from June 28, 2020. You can see here now if I move up, look at that. Now, that's why I call it a peaceful weekend investing, because you just have to peacefully follow this. And from $9, you are sitting at $14.28. So in and now you can do the maths in from June, and we are in 2 years. We're not even we are in May, and 2 months away. So almost 1 year, 10 months, $9.14, almost getting a decent gain if you just had to held this position peacefully and track that. And that to me is a peaceful investing. I am not here to thump the chest saying that, hey, I told you. I'm here to tell you that this is a great way of analyzing it, because elders was having at that time it was, I think, because they have position, the elders deal with the properties and they deal with I think they have different business lines and insurance and all those, and all are having a tailwind at the moment, except for one business. We can go through that fundamentally, but this particular video I just want to talk about technicals, and you can do your fundamental analysis as well later. But the important point is this is now breaking away. So why it has come back to radar? Because after so many months of consolidation. Okay, why I put in my watch list? Because of very simple reason, and now you know that you are part of this channel. After this forming the nice base, it went up, and for 13 months, and this is 14 months. So this is 14 months it has been in sideways. And that's what the patience is all about, right? From if you all you have to do is like an eagle, you wait for your time, and this is the time. I can see the volumes also rising. The again we could see more volumes a candle, but it's breaking out, and that's how the new trend starts, right? And disclaimer that I don't hold this stock at this moment after taking it, but again tracking it, and I'll be taking positions when the market openness, and just hold on to with this stop loss of $12.81 and see what happens. But given that they have some uh, trade their businesses are having some kind of tailwind, so I think there is a good leg up there. So let's see what could be the target. Let's see the so, yeah. So the company, because they, if you see the past, they just had a big huge downfall, and then it's moving up. So I think this stock can because there are a lot of people are stuck in this steep fall, and hence it's not going to be a smooth ride up, right? Every rise there'll be fall because people are there stuck who want to get out of it. You have to understand that, because this not if because there are people who have stuck here, and they all be selling at this rally, and once there are no sellers left, that's where the price will start moving up. So you need to understand that. So that's why you have to build the position slowly, and once but the trend definitely has changed, and you see moving averages are trending up, and this is on the monthly chart, by the way. So when this is happening on a monthly chart, then you understand, and in weekly chart it gives you even more clarity, right? It was in this zone going up, and then it broke, it test again and went up again. Now it's moving up. So it is clear to me that there is but only thing is we just want to see some more buying happening, so that we know that there's smart investors are entering up here. So I think this is a good support zone as well, and it also kind of linking up with around $13.28 as moving averages, the time where can be, look at to add more. Moving to the next stock we have is MTS. Now, MTS is a, if you must have known, if you're living in Australia, you know these brands, right? These brands are very well-known brands like liquor. Again, people who are don't invest in sin stocks probably will not be interested in it. But Total Tools, Homeware, Harding, IGA, Foodland, Campbell's, Celebration. So these are some of their brands, and um, interesting company. But the price action is saying something different. So I thought, okay, let me put in this because the Australia is opening up, and the you can see this is a weekly chart, and I want to analyze it weekly first to see. Let's go to monthly first. That'd be better to give you better clarity. Now, what made me interested in this stock is very simple. This this is a trend line which is there, and now this trend line is first time broken after, and this was all time high sometime back in 2007, and after uh, so many years it's breaking out, and that is telling me that something's brewing in this company. And look at the volume also, it's decent, and at the really at the bottom here, and very important that somebody picked up a big chunk of it at this particular, and this is a rising trend line also. So it is moving up, and moving averages are moving up as well. So I think it's all set up, and most of the businesses are consumer facing, people are going out spending. So I think obviously that is because COVID was not a great time for this company. So this is definitely has given a monthly candle selling, it's a bullish. So I'm tracking this trend line, oblique trend line, as support now. Maybe take a tracking position and add more on the retest. It could be a failed breakout as well. So, but I can be definitely be go wrong here. But I just want to see what's there on the fact here and then take positions. As simple as that. Other stock which is there in radar is ORI, Orica Limited. Again, it is not a very high conviction one, but again, given the stock is in a downtrend, so that's why I don't like to be in those positions. But very important, there could be some trading opportunity. But what is caught my attention is the volume as well as this moving up on a monthly chart, and it is second month in a row it has stayed above this, and most importantly, I think $15.70 becomes support, and then it has a big resistance around $20 or this oblique line which is there, and which is a long-term trend line which is going to come and could be moving up. So it could touch here and then fall back, who knows, but that time will tell. But at this moment, this is my third conviction idea. So that's the three stocks. I don't want to make this video big, but hopefully you got some learning, and hopefully you are able to get some value out of this. And if you are new to this channel, I would do subscribe to this channel, hit the notification bell, and write down your comments below which stock you think is a. That way, I would get to know what exactly you are also studying, and also I can also learn from you. Till the next video, have a great week ahead. Happy investing. Bye bye. Thank you.